What's up, fellow traders? Today was interesting, a full fluff day on light volume, a slew of bad articles on Sunday night about our banking system, even calling it like the whole system bankrupt, completely insolvent. If you look at it as a big picture, that's what it is, because the only thing that's keeping it alive is money being pumped into it. And then this morning, Goldman comes out and upgrades all the banks. I wanted to come on tonight. I'm basically, up in the air on what's going on. If I was full trade in the market, yeah, dude, we dinked the 50 last week. Load up on some longs for the little bounce. I'm just not a believer still. Not into it right now. I'm still playing the pullback. If this was a true bull market, you would have had a monster pullback already earlier to shake out all the weak hands. That's how it happens. That's how we clear the board for more legs on the upswing, and that's why, the higher this thing drifts, it's gonna come down hard. We know it is. When they're just pumping it, fluffing it, not pumping it, just fluffing it. We dinked the 50 and we bounced off today on super light volume. Definitely not encouraging if you're a full trader and you're looking for a push to 10,000. Tomorrow we'll see. Is it going to rip up on strong volume, or are we going to roll over on strong volume and get underneath the 50? Was today a sucker in? It really makes me wonder, the way we have all these articles coming out on Bloomberg and all over the net, and smart people deciphering what's going on. And then, I bet this morning when Goldman had to come out and upgrade the banks, they were like, just imagine how they felt when they know they're upgrading stuff that is done, up 300% and done. It's a good sign for us waiting for the market to turn, because that's a good sign of a top when you're countering like that. Bad article Sunday, boom, we'll upgrade the whole sector on Monday. Amazing. And I want to show this because this guy's about done. That's Ken Lewis right there. I've showed this before. It's on my channel. Why is it on there? Because this is kind of when everything started to peak. Ken Lewis backing $6 billion for low-income loans to buy houses. He's on the far right there. That's the CEO of Fleet Boston. Looks like he's crapping himself, and this is the guy announcing he's like the head of the housing committee. But it's amazing. Look at their faces. It's, like full poker. If you TiVo'd this and watched it back and seen their expressions, you would have known that they were making a bad deal. There was no happy days for those guys. They knew the market was stretched, and they were going to stretch it more. It's done, and now Ken's finally done, and he's getting a big fat golden parachute. Just amazing. I just like to show this to just remind everybody that, because everybody's memory is so short. Look at these guys in 04, now here we are in 09. Just like if we could see the CEOs of GM and, in 02 announcing their 0%, here we are 9 years later, 0%, lifetime warranty, every incentive, government $5,000. Amazing, dude. If anything, the bank should have been downgraded, and tech whatever. But this is amazing. Take one more look at those faces. It's amazing. So we'll see if this 50-day holds. it's going to be interesting. This week will definitely be the telltale if this market's going to drop. Definitely getting some good signs of a top here, but I don't know the powers of how they can keep fluffing this market. I'm holding strong, and we'll see if they can shake me. Good luck.